Hakeem the Dream, of course, my favorite. Tonight in Brooklyn, Nets and Heat will wear nickname jerseys, so we will see Jesus Shuttlesworth back on the court here with Avery Johnson, a.k.a. the Little General. I know you like that nickname, but what's your favorite nickname of all time?
Well, Hakeem the Dream was one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
The Admiral, you know, David Robinson.
Yep.
Shaq had many nicknames. One of my favorites was the Big Aristotle.
Yeah, that's mine. I love that one.
But I love Vinny the Microwave Johnson.
Oh, that's good.
That's a name that Danny Ainge, the president of the Boston Celtics, gave Vinny Johnson because of his instant offense coming off the bench.
If you had to give yourself another nickname now, what would it be?
Another nickname now?
Instead of Little General, what would you call yourself? What should we call you? What would be a good nickname?
I would be the Big Relaxation. Because I'm relaxed and I'm having a lot of fun.
The Big Relaxation. All right, perhaps an appropriate nickname for J.R. Smith right now is Shoelaces, because following his shoelace stunts, J.R. Smith was fined $50 grand by the NBA for recurring instances of unsportsmanlike conduct. You see it here. Last night, Smith was benched in New York's win against Miami. So here's J.R.'s reaction to getting benched.
I think that's the most misleading part of it. I can see if I was told, but there was no conversation about it. So what it is, what it is. Well, you got the W.
JR heard it all, or was that entirely coach's decision?
Not going to comment on that, on JR. Just talk about the game.
JR, do you still think that your future is here in New York? Do you believe that in your heart?
Honestly, I don't even know at this point. At one point I was for sure, and now it's rocking a boat. But it is what it is. It's the nature of the business.
So no comment from Mike Woodson. Avery, what do you make of this situation?
Mike Woodson, he put all of his chips in. You know, he's been blamed all year when the Knicks lose a game. He's always said it's my fault when they've turned the ball over at the end of a game. J.R. Smith was suspended early in the season. But again, he put all of his chips in. He's saying, I'm not going to reward dysfunctional behavior. I'm not going to reward behavior that's conduct detrimental to the team. I'm not sure if he went to ownership and talked to them about it, or management, or if he made this decision on his own. But I thought this was a win-win for Mike Woodson. The team won, which validated his decision. If they would have lost, then all of the blame would have gone on J.R. Smith for having his coach discipline him in this situation. Way to go, Mike Woodson.
How would you handle this situation?
Well, in Mike Woodson's case, I would handle it the same way.
Okay.
You know, because you can take up for a player. I think Mike Woodson has tried to be a really good father figure, a good leader, and guide JR in the right direction. But sometimes you got to make a line in the sand, and that's what he did. He took a stand, and it paid off for his team.
All right, elsewhere at the Western Conference, the late game on ESPN tonight features the battle for Los Angeles. Of course, no Kobe, no Chris Paul. From a coaching perspective, when you lose the guy who runs everything, how does that change your job?
Well, it's tough. And, you know, all the time you always talk about the next man up philosophy. And in Kobe's case, there's nobody can fill in for Kobe Bryant or Chris Paul, even though Darren Collison's doing a nice job. I think the biggest adjustment is the last 2 minutes of a game. You know, where are you going to get the points? Who's going to direct the team? Who's going to quarterback the team? So the biggest adjustment for Doc Rivers or Mike D'Antoni is the last 2 minutes of the game. How am I going to produce and generate some offense, especially when we're in need 2 situations or a need 3 situation?
Who wins this game tonight?
Oh, the Clippers.
Okay.
It's
No
Lob
doubt.
City. It's
No
Lob
doubt.
City. DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Collison, Jamal Crawford is shooting the ball really well. Lob City tonight in La La Land.
All right, Avery Johnson, the Big Relaxation.
Yes.
Joining us here on SportsCenter. An NBA doubleheader. Here's a reminder tonight on ESPN starting 8 Eastern with LeBron and the Heat trying to bounce back from last night's loss to the Knicks. They visit the Nets, who have won 4 straight. Then at 10:30, we're just talking about it, Blake Griffin and the Clippers facing the Lakers. Coverage tips 7:30 with Kia NBA Countdown on ESPN. Both games also live on Watch ESPN.